Okay, so here we go. We begin with 3 ohms. Our usual disclaimer: when you participate here, you do so with the understanding that you're responsible for your own well being from whatever you do in this session. Life in Yoga and I don't take any responsibility towards it. And as a matter of general caution, we follow the principles of yoga. That is, whatever we do with very light effort, such light effort as the Yoga Sutra says, where you can be in meditative engrossment in whatever you do, whether it is something physical, breathing, mantra, meditation, anything. So, keeping that as the guidance, let's begin with the chakra vibration. We begin with Lam. Pressing on the little finger, let's begin. Lam. Lam. Release the finger and continue. Lam. Lam. Bring your awareness an inch above the perineum and focusing there. As we draw into that area, we do Vam, pressing on the ring finger. Vam. 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 Release the finger and continue. Vam. Vam. Now bring the awareness behind the navel, in the middle of the body, and pressing on the middle finger, we do Ram. 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 Release the finger, continue.
Run.
Run. Bring the awareness to the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and here we do yam, pressing on the index finger with the thumb. Yam. Yum. Release your hands and continue. Yum. Last time. Yum. Bring your awareness to the throat, and here we do hum. Thumbs up with a loose fist. Hum. 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 Release the hand, continue. Last time. Middle of the head, we do chum, thumbs up, loose fist. Chum. Chum. Release the hands and continue. Top of the head, we do Om, thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hands, continue. Now we go on to the Ujjayi Pranayama, the happy face breathing. So those of you who know it, please proceed. And those of you who need instructions, bring your awareness to the lowermost part of the mouth and focusing there, make a big smile. As the cheeks come out in a big smile, you'll feel the stretch in the lowermost part of the mouth. Focus on that mild stretch and inhale and exhale with slow, deep breaths. As you inhale, feel a mild sucking sensation. And when you exhale, feel a reverse sucking sensation. And remember the principle of yoga, everything with very light effort. Such light effort whereby you can be in meditative focus there. Now we can go on to shoulder rotations. Inhale, lift up both the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation with the shoulder rotation. Now bring your hands firmly onto your seat and feel the pressure in the palms. And we continue with the Ujjayi pranayama. Inhale and exhale as before. Last inhalation, last exhalation here. Now let's stretch our hands and make ourselves tall, reaching up as we do the Ujjayi. Bring the palms together, looking up. And as you exhale, bring the chin down and the hands down. So we can do a few of those breaths. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now We go on to the neck exercises. As you exhale, gently tilt your head, bringing one ear towards one shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, gently tilt the head towards the other shoulder. Inhale, come back up, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back up. Now we do the 4 directions. So take a deep breath in, turn the head to the right, and we make the sound ah. Ah. To the left. Ah. To the back. Chin to the chest, we do the sound like a humming. Second round to the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Again to the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Again to the right. To the left. To the back. One more time to the back. Chin to the chest. We go 360 degrees around the neck. Inhale half a circle, and exhale, complete the circle, and continue. Last exhalation. Now let's go in the reverse direction. Last inhalation. And last exhalation. Now today we will go on to the eye exercises. Look straight forward and slowly lift up, roll up the eyeball up towards the ceiling, and exhale, bring the eyeball down towards the floor. Go up and down. Now come back to the middle. We go left and right. Last exhalation and come back to the middle. Now we go diagonally up and down. First we can go look up to the left, down to the right, and then we will do, after doing about 10 times, we do the other way, right up and left down. Last one, diagonally up, left, down. Now we go to the right, up, left, down. Last up to the right and down. Come back to the center. Now we rotate the eyes in a clockwise direction. Bring your gaze downward and go leftward, upward, rightward, down. Keep going in circles. Now let's go in the opposite direction. Now Close the eyes, open the eyes. Close the eyes, open the eyes. Now close the eyes tight and hold for 2 seconds and then release. Now flutter the eyes, rapid eyelid movements. Rub the palm of your hands till it becomes fully warm and place the warmth of the palms over the eyes. And rub all over your face. And now we'll go on to Kapalbhati. So take in a deep breath in and hold the belly in, and from there you begin exhalation. So all of you know the routine, so please continue. Now we can go on to 5 breaths of Brahmari. That is the humming. So take a deep breath in, close your ears, and wherever else you need to, take a deep breath in. Last time. Now we go on to the last hand exercise, elbows in line with the shoulders, hands in a loose fist. As you inhale, go around the wrist, open out the palms, and exhale, close the fist and come in. Inhale and exhale. Last exhalation, let's go reverse. Last exhalation, interlock the hands and bring it behind the head. Stretch out so that the elbows are like 180 degrees of each other. And as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way, inhale, come back, and continue. Somebody was asking whether there is anything today we had planned for discussion. Just the thoughts came to my mind. Perhaps we can talk about letting go. So maybe that we can talk about in the end in our discussion time. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Get hold of your elbows behind the head. And as you exhale, pull on one elbow, inhale, come back up. Exhale, pull on the other elbow, inhale, come back up, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back up. Release the hands, bring it behind you. Get hold of the elbows or wherever you can reach. Pull back the shoulders, expand the chest, and as you exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, come back. Continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Now, today we will do the backward bend slightly differently. Those of you who have difficulty with this can do it the usual way, but those of you who can, keep your hands behind you on your seat, move a little forward. Take a deep breath in, expand the chest, pull back the shoulders, and take the head back and make a backward arch. And stay in this position. Push your pelvis slightly forward so that you can feel the bend of the spine right from the coccyx, sacrum, lumbar area all the way to the thoracic region and the neck. Inhale and exhale into the stretch. Take a deep breath in, push a little bit more, and as you exhale, slowly come up. And now, stretch your hand in front of you, interlock the fingers and push it out. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist as far to the left as you can. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist towards the other side. Inhale, come back. Palm into the chest. And exhale, bring the palms the other way around. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come back. And inhale into the chest. And exhale, lift yourself high. Lift up one shoulder as you inhale and tilt toward the other way. Take a deep breath in, lift up the other shoulder and tilt the opposite way. Inhale, come back, make yourself as tall as possible. And then release the fingers, make a loose fist and go around the wrist. Inhale and exhale. Go in the opposite direction. Inhale and exhale. And bend at the elbows and push the elbows back and slowly keep pushing it back and slowly bring it down. Now we can cross one leg over the other. Hold the knee. And as you exhale, pull the knee towards the opposite shoulder and turn the head the other way. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Inhale, release. Let's cross the other leg over. Exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Now we can stand up, and first we'll go around the hips. So hold your hips and go around. Inhale and exhale. Now let's go in the opposite direction. Last exhalation. Now let's get hold of the elbows behind the back. Take a deep breath in. Expand the chest, pull back the shoulders. And as you exhale, lean forward, keeping the chin up. The back does not bend. You're bending only from the hips. And you feel the stretch from the bottom of the feet to the hips. Inhale and exhale into the stretch. Slowly inhale and come up. Take your seat, and we will do 6 breaths of alternate nostril breathing, and then we will go on to the first round of Bhastrika. Now, once you finish your exhalation, we can go on to the Bhastrika Pranayama. Let's begin with exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath through the right nostril, hold the breath, and exhale through the left. Now bring your awareness to the chest area and mentally we vibrate Haim in the chest area. Now you can make it Haim Nam, Haim Nam, Haim Nam. Now bring your awareness to the middle of the chest in between the breasts and visualize a rising vibration through the body and out of the top of the head. And that rising vibration feels like home, 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 home. Now we go on to the spinal mantra. So here we go. And today we can do the fast recording. We do the 7 mantras from the feet and ankle to the knees, to the lowermost part of the spine, which is in between the buttocks and the back, and then the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in the neck, and then in the back of the head, in the very top, called the Shikha point. The mantra for the feet and neck are the same, that is Aim. Now let us begin from the feet and ankle with mantra Aim, moving to knees where we vibrate Shim, and move on to the base of the spine where we do Jim. Aim, Shim, 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 Jim. Now we move from the base of the spine to the lumbar region, then to the thoracic or the back region of the spine with Jim, Jaim, Haim. So let's go. Jim, Jaim, Haim. 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 Now we move from the thoracic spine to the spine and the neck, to the back of the head with Haim, Aim, Om. Let's go. Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Now we do all the 7 mantras in sequence, starting from the feet and ankle. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. 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 I'm Shim Jim Jam Ham I'm 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 Om. Now we can go on to our 3 rounds of Bhastrika. Let's begin with exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril, hold the breath and exhale through the left. Now, let's go on to the next round. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. exhale, 9, exhale, 10, exhale, 11, exhale, 12, exhale, 13, exhale, 14, exhale, 15, exhale, 16, exhale, 17, exhale, 8, exhale, 9, exhale, 20, exhale. Take a deep breath to the right nostril, hold the breath and exhale to the left. Let's go on to the last round of Bhastrika. Begin with exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath to the right nostril, hold the breath and exhale to the left. Now, let's get ready for meditation. Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. As you let go of everything, feel a lightness come onto your shoulders, and your head may also feel lighter. In whatever way you are used to meditation that you feel effective, you can utilize that practice. Or you can simply visualize a rising vibration from behind the lowermost part of the sternum, going up and out of the top of the head. And that vibration flows with the sound Haim Im Om, Haim Im Om, Haim Im Om. And as you do that, we will have Om in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, visualize a downpour from far above and become aware of the sensations from the top of the head all the way down to the bottom of the feet. The sensations given to us to fulfill the purpose for which we are born. And whenever you're ready to, open your eyes, raise the palm of your hands and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. So with that, we end the practice session today. And so we have the option to discuss any questions and things. But before that, I would like to play a couple of videos for you. So here we go. So the first video I will play is the monthly seminar series that is starting from July 10th.
The Council for Yoga Accreditation International, or CYAI, is a global forum that recognizes broad applications of yoga philosophy and approaches in all aspects of daily living. To promote the benefits for all of humanity, we are launching a monthly seminar program that is designed to enhance physical, mental, and social health. We begin on the 10th of July 2022. And our very first seminar program will be on metabolic syndrome and healthy lifestyle. And thereafter, we will continue having a seminar on the second Sunday of every month at 10 a.m. Eastern USC time, 6 p.m. in Dubai, 7:30 p.m. in India, and 4 p.m. UK time. For those who are unable to attend, recordings are expected to be available with your membership. We encourage you to become a member with an annual fee of $25. Lifetime membership fee is $250 that qualifies you to participate in such programs. CYAI is also an accreditation and certification organization. While the general world thinks of yoga from a body perspective or body-mind perspective, the real essence of yoga is the integration of body, mind, and spirit. Effectively, yoga is a spiritual practice without any religious connotations. To enable this broader view of yoga that is applicable in every field, CYAI is modeled as a knowledge integrator for global advancement. Accordingly, the accreditation and certification standards are higher and different from general perceptions of yoga standards. And this can be seen in the CYAI bylaws, pages 18, 19, and 20. We welcome yoga teachers, therapists, and those who seek to be trained in yoga to examine our standards and participate in our approach. For more details, please visit cyai.org. We also need the support of the general community for whose benefit we are launching this monthly seminar program. We request all of you to join our membership and share this information with others. For more information, please visit cyai.org. Once on the website, for details on upcoming seminars, click on Program tab and select Events. To register for a seminar, click on Upcoming Events and then click on View Details. This will bring up the program sheet, and you can click on the bottom right-hand corner to register and pay the $25 annual fee. If you have any questions, please feel free to send an email to cyaiorg@gmail.com. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you at one of our seminars.
So with that, we end that. Okay, so today the thought that came to me was, a lot of people have difficulty letting go of stuff. And that is the source of karmas and things that come to bother you, and they impact you in the form of psychosomatic conditions that eventually are perceived as somatic problems. So there used to be a yogi who used to say, yoga is the art of learning how to die. So when he used to say that, the real understanding is that one should approach life with an idea that, we are born, we are meant to die. There should be no fear of death. So we should have the attitude, when death comes, let it come when the natural time comes, and not feel threatened by it. So what happens is, we go through ups and downs of life. When there are difficult situations on this thing, you take it with an attitude, okay, this will all come and go, and finally, there'll be the relief and end to it. So if you keep that attitude of letting go, that will help a long way in terms of relieving, tensions and various other ill health related causes out of the body. The second attitudinal help that can come is with respect to experiences we have had in life, where we may feel that somebody hurt you in some way, or you were people who caused trouble for you and things like that. And what happens is, the way in which to look towards it is, listen, everybody is in their own soul's journey over there. They had to do something, they did that and go along, and you don't harbor any kind of ill will towards anyone. And if it is possible, you can have a sense of kindness towards them and say they too are, on their journeys, or whatever they did, and move along. So that kind of an attitude of acceptance and moving along can be very, very helpful for mental and physical health. So this came to my thought as we were doing this, because I do find that very often the people whom we meet for therapy, this becomes a singular issue that binds people into issues that are of physical health related issues. So I thought I'll share it with you. So now we are open for any questions if you would like to ask. Oh, 1 second. Let me make sure you can all unmute yourself. 1 second. Yeah, now anyone can unmute themselves. If you want to talk, you're welcome to do so.
Dr. Rajan,
Yeah.
I think I asked a question before, and probably you answered too. That when I'm meditating, my legs and arms like to blow out, like a balloon. What it is and how it can be prevented?
But let me repeat what you said. You said when you meditate, you feel like your legs are ballooning up.
Yes.
Okay. Generally, what happens is, in all deeper level practices, wherever we have a problem, that is the place where you will find that there'll be some sensations that may be happening, and we will say that is part of the process of cleansing of the nadis and the healing process. So we wouldn't worry about it. I'll ask a broader question. When we do the spinal mantra, anybody feel any sensations like wherever there is a weakness along the spine or knees or anywhere, where people feel as you're doing the visualization with the mantra, you feel a twinge of some kind in those areas? Just show of hands. Okay, Malti Poddar, Dalpat Patel, yes. Sudha, Bachu, yes. Yeah, Krishnamurti. So many people are feeling that. So what happens is, these sensations are normal part of the nadi activation process, and the healing may be short term or long term, but whatever it is it will have to leave your system. Now what happens is, for different people, It is in different places where people feel the sensations. So there's nothing wrong with it. So it's just a cleansing process. Any other questions?
Dr. Rajan,
Yes.
how to improve memory? Memory is going down. So is things I can do to improve the memory?
Okay. So the thing is basically, I cannot give you a very good answer about memory other than the fact what happens is if you have the attitude of letting go, then in which case memory stays pretty good. Now, what happens is there is something to understand about memory. You see, if you're talking about, you have to do something in 10 minutes and then you sit over there and you forgot all about it. This is something that happens to anybody who gets deeply focused in anything. So, like for example, if I use a timer when I cook, if I don't use a timer, I'll always burn my food. And so the thing is basically for everything I put the timer, and when it rings, I know I have to go and pay attention. Whether it is making tea or whether it is cooking anything, I will put the timer on. And otherwise, what happens is my mind gets engrossed in so many things that this will happen. So these kinds of memory issues are not a problem. But what happens is when we talk about neurological issues that result in loss of memory, dementia, and various other kinds of disorders that happen, we do not have a very clear understanding why, but we have a hypothesis. And only when we, see more and more cases can we be more certain about it. But what we find is if people have issues related to regrets, unhappiness, they're trying to forget something, I think at some point in time, these kinds of neurological disorders happen, whereby people look at people and they don't recognize them after a while. People may remember old things when not new things. So these kinds of things happen. So like my mother over here is 93 years old, and all her memories, everything is sharp. And as some of you have noticed, even during the yoga practice, if I miss something, she'll remind me. So the thing is, you see, there is, but the secret for her life is, you see, it's very interesting. Even when she was much younger, my mother is very good with handicrafts, knitting, and various other kinds of things. So she used to teach anyone who wanted to learn. So people will come, neighbors and all of that. She'll teach them. And sometimes, people will complain behind the back over there. And my brother or sister will come and tell my mother, why do you teach these people? They're coming and complaining behind their back. My mother won't even pay attention to it. Next day they will come again, she will teach them. Anytime this thing. So what happens is we have to kind of let go of things and not harbor any ill will or any kind of this thing towards anyone. And people come, people go. And so if you leave it that way, nothing affects you. But the mind stays clear. So that way, I think memory stays better. This is just my hypothesis.
How about pranayam? A lot of pranayam. Does it play any role?
Rameshji, today is Sunday. The session goes till 7:30. I'll call you back. Okay. So the pranayam actually increases the energy flow in the body. Right? So, and the mind too, everywhere. So, obviously, energy is something that you need very much. And in fact, as people age, I think it is much, much more important to make sure your breathing always stays good.
I don't remember the names of the people. I don't recognize them like that,
Yeah. But I know you now for a little while. And I think, earlier on you made a statement where it is very difficult for you to let go of stuff. And when we meditate, give up all ideas and concepts of and let go of everything. So one day you asked me, how can I let go of everything? And the thing is, you see, I think this is the problem. The more you let go, I think it'll all become everything will become clearer, and it may help a little bit. Anyway, there's another question.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, Dalpat Bhai.
Okay, doctor, initially you say for the physical health, let it go, and moving along.
Mental health too.
Has very, very difficult time, like me also. Some of the incident it happened. Somebody did it to me. Cannot forget, it's coming over and over in my. So what can we do? Because it's really difficult.
Okay. You have to first kind of put yourself in the following situation. Okay. Why did that person do that? Okay. The person did that for whatever mindful reason they did that. But the way in which we look at it is that soul is also on their journey, and they are accumulating karmas for whatever reason they felt they needed to do at that time, and they did it. Let the soul carry on. This is part of the Leela. In everything in existence, good things happen, bad things happen. So that person also did it, so let the person go along. The key part is, you see, there are two things about it. One thing is, having anger, discomfort, those kinds of feelings you shouldn't have. But on the other hand, you don't need to interact with a person who will be like that. Okay, but you don't harbor any ill will towards that person.
Right. It's true. It's theoretically, it's very easy to say, but in practical, to put it in practical, everybody cannot be like your mama or mama,
See, what happens is, this is where I would like to, quote Hemaji as she was saying a few days back. That is, as she has gotten into yoga, she finds herself less reactive, little more peaceful, taking time over things. So what happens is, by bringing the calmness within you, the nature of reacting becomes less. So when you feel, when you react to memories, where unhappy memories or whatever, that reaction has to reduce. And actually, this is the principle by which PTSD is addressed in, Yoga Nidra and these kind of deep meditative practices, that you experience it, but you choose not to react. That is the way in which you get rid of the stuff out of this thing.
So
It is not by trying to forget it.
Pranayam is the best medicine, right? Do this.
Actually, pranayam is the leading step to meditation. But of course, Ujjayi pranayam can also have a meditative effect. But finally, learning to be a pure observer. That is where you're able to accept things as they come along. Everybody is in their own journey. Somebody kicked you, somebody hugged you, so be it. We accept both and go along.
Okay.
So anybody else? Question? Yes, Mr. Krishnamurthy, go ahead.
I hesitate to say this one, but anyways, my experience, which I thought I might want to share with you, this is in reaction to what you said earlier in the opening of this session. While doing the chakra vibrations, I have noticed consistently observed that when I do this, hello?
Yeah, I'm here. We are good.
Yeah. When you see the Om vibrations in the top of the head, I consistently sense a fragrance. Where it comes from, I do not know.
You sense what again?
A fragrance, a kind of fragrance.
Okay. Yes.
I have experimented over that for weeks, months, and as an experiment to just say exclude all those things which might be subjective or imaginative and all things, but it is not so. So all the various chakras, when they go through that one, I'm quite indifferent about that one. But when it comes to Om and the top one, the same fragrance kind of is something like a khas.
I can explain what it is.
Yes.
You see, it is very interesting that people don't think about it. But finally, fragrance and smells are also, molecules. Okay? Now, what happens is everything in creation is finally just molecules which are combined, which are essentially a combination of various atoms. And what happens is vibration is a nature of how we work with all these atoms and how molecules form. So what happens is, as part of whatever the deprogramming we are going through, or a purification of our nadis, these kinds of things are quite common. In fact, actually what happens is sometimes when I'm engaging with people, even on a video call, because I tune into them, I can actually smell them. And so, so the thing is, you see, it is simply when you connect in, it's all vibrations, whereby you can, experience this. So it's completely, while common people may think it is strange, it's not strange from the yogic experience standpoint.
Thank you.
Can I?
Go ahead. Yes.
I just want to pass an observation to people, because I've been meditating for almost 50 years since I got a Diksha from my guru. And initially we had all these experiences, smell, sights, all kinds of things that we would see in our meditation or experience in our meditation. But as time goes by, and if you consistently meditate, those things leave you.
Exactly. And in fact, that is the indication where you have gone out of all assumptions and all the karma kleshas in you. And so in which case there is just pure, observation of the highest reality. And when you're tuned in that and you ask whatever questions you have, you will get all the answers.
Yes.
That is the intuitive process, the what is called, prajna in the language of the Yoga Sutras.
Thank you.
Any other questions, thoughts from anyone? Yes, Hemaji, go ahead.
Dr. Rajan, I have been confused with Bhagavad Gita. It is like they say that 18th chapter has the whole essence of Bhagavad Gita. So if you read only 18th chapter, is it good enough, or we have to read the whole thing?
No, actually what it is you have two chapters over there that are very important chapters.
Okay.
Chapter 2 and chapter 18. Chapter 2 is really the entire overview. If you think of a summary overview of Bhagavad Gita, that is chapter 2.
Okay.
Then after that, chapter 18 goes into some detailed explanations. Okay. So what happens is maybe at some point in time we can deal with it. But what is going to happen is for the next retreat next year in March, which we have scheduled, we are reviewing through the Sankhya Sutras that come from the Bhagavata Purana. You see, what is very interesting is Sankhya as a philosophy is considered the oldest philosophy that was expounded by Kapila Muni. However, in all these documents, which are all these texts, which are older than 5,000 years. In fact, before Vyasa compiled the Vedas, even older than that is the Sankhya philosophy. So 5,500 years old or whatever. So what happens is this was at a time when there was no printing presses, and even the written language may just have been emerging or even before that. So what happened was the original, many of these sutras are all lost. The only reason we have some of these sutras is largely because people who wrote commentary on them preserved them. In fact, what it is the Yoga Sutra we have in its entirety only because Vyasa, who compiled the Vedas, also wrote a commentary on the Yoga Sutras. Now, it is interesting that Vyasa, when he compiled the Puranas, in the Bhagavata Purana, Kapila Muni is explaining the Sankhya Sutras to his mother, Devahuti. And so, in that explanation of how he explains it, there is the entire Sankhya Sutras over there. However, in the academic world, the Sankhya Sutras are derived from a commentary of a person called Ishvara Krishna. And this person goes back about 1,000 years. And he came from more the influence of Buddhism. And so when he wrote the commentary on the Sankhya Sutras, he writes this is the sutra, and then he writes his commentary on it. So Ishvara Krishna's Sankhya Sutra is atheistic philosophy, a non-theistic philosophy. Okay? And so what happens is, on the other hand, if you look at the Sankhya Sutras in the Bhagavata Purana that Kapila Muni is explaining, it looks like a theistic philosophy. So what happens is, in all of these, when we look, as we dig deeper into them, you will find there is more completeness in them, and you can interrelate it with everything you see in the Bhagavad Gita also. Bhagavad Gita has a little bit of a disadvantage. Bhagavad Gita is a conversation between two friends who have known each other for a long time. So they have their own frame of references by which they are talking to each other. Okay? Whereas on the other hand, when you go into the Yoga Sutras, of course, as is, but then there are 4 documents which we plan to discuss in the next retreat. The Yoga Sutras, the Sankhya Sutras, and the Sankhya Sutras, you will see a close reference along with the Purusha Sukta that comes in the Vedas, and then the Narayana Sukta. So if we discuss these 4 documents together, you will find the deeper understanding of the entire philosophy that is even better than the Bhagavad Gita when you interweave these 4 documents together. So that is what we are planning for the next retreat next year.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dr. Rajan,
Yes.
can we find this Yoga Sutra and Sankhya Sutra on Google?
On Google?
Yeah.
See, you can find all of them in Google. Everything is there. But what happens is, it is very difficult to understand until you discuss.
I
You see-
understand, but I never ever read that sutras. Okay, so if I read first and if after I discuss, I can understand little bit more than completely unknown person.
Yeah, but what also happens is, all these Yoga Sutras and Sankhya Sutras have to be read very differently from the Brahma Sutras, which is the Vedanta philosophy.
I don't even know about Brahma Sutra.
I understand, but what happened is, the tradition of reading the Brahma Sutras got transferred to the Yoga Sutras and the Sankhya Sutras by various scholars, and as a result of it, they have done injustice to the entire interpretation of the Yoga Sutras and Sankhya Sutras. When you read the Brahma Sutra, each sutra is read separately, and there is a reference to Upanishadic references over there. Okay. Now what happens is, the Sankhya Sutras and Yoga Sutras are not read that way. They have to be read in paragraphs. So, the number of sutras together, they flow together as a paragraph, as a meaning. They stand alone by themselves. And any references you make is only incidental. Whereas on the other hand, the Brahma Sutras have specific references to the Upanishads. So, a lot of people who have written on the Yoga Sutras and the Sankhya Sutras, they are trying to interpret one sutra at a time, and as a result, they end up doing complete injustice to it. In fact, the most remarkable injustice I have seen on the Yoga Sutras is the interpretation of B.K.S. Iyengar on the Yoga Sutras. And it is very interesting. He let his imagination go wild. In the sense, what happens is, in the 2nd chapter of the Yoga Sutras, I believe it is the 28th or 29th sutras, where it tells you that the words are essentially that the state of prajna comes after sevenfold crossing. Saptada pranta prajnaha, like that it comes. And then the next sutra talks about the Ashtanga element, the 8 angas of yoga. Okay? So it is very clear when you read it as a paragraph and a flow that you're crossing 7 boundaries before you reach the state of samadhi, and that's where you get the prajna, the intuitive awareness. Whereas what happens is when you read sutra by sutra, B.K. Iyengar lets his imagination go loose. There are 7 worlds, there are 7 colors, there are 7 this and 7 that, and everything 7 he can pick up anywhere from the world. He's describing all of these as explanation of that. That has no meaning. You know, but so this is where when people start reading sutra by sutra, as opposed to, you know, reading the Yoga Sutras and the Sankhya Sutras as paragraph with continuity, then you lose sight of it. And that is not the way the Brahma Sutras are read.
Okay. Like Gita has all sloks and meanings that I can understand very well, Gita.
You have it on your website, right? Yoga Sutra.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that is an old one, which there are some errors in that too, which, you know, that's at least 10 or 12, 15 years old when we put that, this thing. So there is 1 or 2 minor errors in it, but in general, it is good. You can look at that. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So with this, we'll close over here today. It's 7:30. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you very much.